Good afternoon, welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. We've got a happy hour for you and we've got some brand new Revitalise Your Collections, so new artwork with existing dies. So that's exciting, isn't it? And we've got a fabulous team as well. We've got our Sophie, stepped in for Ethan at the last minute. Thank you for that, Sophie. Sam needs him in the warehouse. She cracks that whip, that girl. She's good though, really, really good, and she's just lovely. Then we've got Amber.
Hello.
In the producer's seat. We've also got a director in today, which is very unusual, called Snoop.
Hello.
He's lovely. Hello. Little dog. Are you going to bring him in, Amber?
Yeah.
Come on then, everybody meet Snoop. He's lovely. He's really old and he can't see anything. But look at that little face. Isn't he lovely? That's Snoop. He's in the director's chair today. So you'll all have to behave yourself, otherwise he'll be telling you off. Right, let me tell you, let's cover off the housekeeping, shall we? And then we can get into some of these deals because we've got some lovely, lovely offers for you in this hour. Thank you to Lily and David for the last hour. If you'd like to shop with us here at Highlight Crafts, there are several ways that you can do that. You can watch us on YouTube, so you can put us on your TV. You can shop with us and watch us on Facebook, Instagram, and our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. We're going to show you a product, and that product will have a code. And if you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, all you need to do is type the word shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will automatically pop that product into a basket for you. Now, the thing that's driven me mad for 20 years doing TV is that we were sending you away from a visual channel to shop. With live shopping, you can shop while you watch, so you don't need to miss a trick, which is great, right? Then we're going to send you a direct message, and in that message there you'll find a link. You're going to click that link and that will take you to the website. Please then log into your account before you check out your baskets, because by logging in, it means that you will get your club benefits. So extra discount on every single order, loyalty points for every £1 that you spend, and on a basket spend over £35, we will pay the shipping for you, which is great, right? So that's how you do that. If you would prefer to shop directly on the website, highlightcrafts.com, you can do that too. Just pop off over there, click watch live, press play, and as soon as that show starts to stream, all the items will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then simply select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they will appear at the top of your screen in the form of a little red shopping bag. When you're ready to log in and check out, you're going to click on that red shopping bag and that will take you through that checkout process. Now, if you're worried about missing shows, don't be. Just type live into the comments underneath the video, and that gives us permission to send you notifications of every time we go live. And if you really don't want to miss out on anything, you can shop ahead from midnight, which is great because all the deals open up at midnight. The other thing I would say to you is, before you check out your baskets, go and have a look on the website, because we have Outlet, we have extra deals, there's all sorts going on there, so go and check that out as well. Right, shall we get stuck in, Amber?
Yep.
What we're going to start with, Mia and Strawberry Meadow.
Do you want to start with the inks we said?
Oh yeah, we're going to start with it. Oh, right, now then. These came in here and I was like, okay, Jacquard are known for their fabric paints, so you know you're getting a really good brand. But this is the bit that's exciting. I'm going to read the whole thing and then you'll know why I got excited. Right, so Dynaflow spreads on fabric until it is thoroughly and evenly absorbed, sinking into the fibres instead of sitting on top like thicker inks and paints. The colours are intense, wash fast, and will not affect the feel of the fabric. Use on lycra, swim or ballet gear, t-shirts, canvas shoes, leather, etc. Also beautiful on paper and wood. Great for sun printing, silk painting, salt and watercolour effects and more. This is the bit I got excited by. Apply with a brush, a dropper, an airbrush, that's the bit, sponge, stamp, spritzer or sprayer. Apply on untreated natural and synthetic fabrics. painted fabric can be washed or dry cleaned after fixing with an iron. So you can use these fabric inks now on with your airbrush. So you know I've been doing tote bags and things like that with the airbrush. Fabric ink, that's exactly what you need. Now you're going to get 8 colours. You can just use them for painting. It doesn't have to be with an airbrush. You can just use them independently of that completely. But Shop Jacquard is going to get you all 8 colours. So you've got your black, your white, your dark brown, your emerald green, your red, your yellow, your dark navy and your azure blue. And you're getting all 8 of those for £6.99. That's before your discount. So you're looking at way less than £1 per colour. This is brilliant. Go and buy some inexpensive, cheap t-shirts. Get the stencils that we've been bringing you, or cut your own on your scan and cut, and literally spray through them. And you've just made kids some really inexpensive t-shirts for the summer holidays, because as soon as you put sun cream on white, it goes yellow, doesn't it? Right? So inexpensive t-shirts and those. You've got it made. Right, brilliant. If you want that, Shop Jacquard, £6.99. Mad that, right? Right, let's do Mia next. Now, what we've started to do for you here is bring you new artwork for existing collections. Okay, so new backgrounds, which is brilliant. Now, this background by itself, Strawberry Meadow, which I have to say is lovely, is £12.99. I think this is super pretty. It's very pastel. It's very summery. It has that vibrancy of, you know, when you go out for a picnic and you get all giddy about it, but it's also very calm and gentle. I really like this. I love it with the strawberries. I think that's really cool. And the daisies and the checker in the background and your little gingham tablecloth, or your cloth that you put down on the ground. Now then, please don't buy that. Buy this, because Shop Mia is £5.99 and you get that download included. So don't pay £12.99 for that. Pay £5.99 for that and get that. Even if you've got that die, seriously, even if you've got that die, first of all, you can cut twice as fast, or you could gift it to a fellow crafter, but you're getting all of that worth £12.99. So you're getting the die and the strawberry and the outside edge die plus the background for £5.99 before your discount, and we'll still give you points back. Now then, this part of it, sooner you check out, sooner you'll be able to download it and start playing. So you can get them all printed off, get all your card bases done, ready, so that when little Mia knocks on your door, says, please can I come and live with you? You can. Okay, you're ready. You can make all your card ready and then just pop her in. Isn't that a fabulous deal? I know. £12.99 worth of download and 3 dies. £5.99. Right, can I go to this one next? This one. I love this. This is one of my favourite collections. So, once again, look at these papers. Tea and cakes. Oh, do you know what? When I'm off, not next week, the week after, it's my silver wedding anniversary on the 18th. And we're going away just for one night to the hotel that we spent the night in on our wedding day. So we're going back just for a day, but we could go out for afternoon tea. Oh, I haven't done afternoon tea for ages. And there's a little garden centre near us. I have to remember what it's called. But they serve it, and you know, like the little wooden benches, the picnic table benches that you get, they serve it on one of those. It's really cool. And they do a milkshake that comes in a little tiny milk bottle. It's brilliant. Oh, that's a cracking idea. I think we'll do that as well. That'd be nice, won't it? But afternoon tea in your craft room, how about that? So again, you can buy this separately for £12.99. However, you can also get it with a set of dies for £47.93. Now you're getting a lot of dies in here. So Shop Pot is going to get you your nested teacups. I love a container, because if you've got a container, you can fill it with all sorts of different things. So you're going to get your teacup. And they're nested, so you get 9 dies in that one. You're going to get your glass bottles. Love this. Again, a container. right? So you're going to get 8 of those. That's 17 dies so far. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. In fact, it's sensational. You're good at these words, aren't you, Sophie?
I love a pun.
Do you?
Yeah.
Sensational. Look at that. I love that too. And nested again, right? This is brilliant. So that was 17. You got 24. You need to remember this, Amber, because I'll have forgotten by the time I get to the next one. 2 dies in this one. This is your stems of blossom. Really nice sized dies, these. Now imagine these in your glass jars, or these in the teacups. They're fabulous, aren't they? And you can never have too many florals. Then, now these will be perfect for those teacups and those jars. So I would use the stemmed flowers in the jars, but I'd use the flower heads on this one, which is Swift as well, brilliant, inside the teacup. Okay, because they're flatter, so you're not having to cut bits off. Use the flower heads for that one. Then you're also going to get your cerise blooms. Again, a really nice size of flower there as well. And of course, you can snip into these and decoupage them up. And last but by no means least, good grief, you're getting a gathering in here. That's crazy value for money. Should it be £114.93. Now, don't forget that £47.93 includes £12.99 of downloads. So just 40, you're going to pay, what, £35 for 7 sets of dies. That's £5 a set. £5 for a gathering. £5 for a set of nested teacups. £5 for a set of nested jars. And your perfume bottles nested. That's amazing. Right, let's count up how many we would have if these were all individual dies. So 14 on that one, 21, 29, 38, 40, 41, 43 dies plus your download for £47.93 before your discount. That's the thing. And then you'll get your postage back. Your points allocated back, and then if that basket is over £35 after those discounts, we'll pay your postage. Good, that, isn't it? Love that. That is really, really pretty. Right, next, let's do this one now, Amber. Our Vintage Whispers.
Yep.
These are beautiful. These remind me of the most pretty either rice papers or wallpaper. They're fantastic, aren't they? So you've got all your florals at the top. If you got the bookbinding tool yesterday with myself and Amanda, these have made lovely front covers. And then you can print out all your papers like this. So we've got ones with like a frame around it. This reminds me of ephemera I used to use for scrapbooking vintage photographs. You've got the sheet there. So you know that vintage paper that we print onto? Like that, isn't it? You print your own. Then you've got the one that's been folded up and the flowers have been pressed inside. How lovely is that? You've got your little ears of corn on that one. And then you've got different pieces of paper in different states of crumple. That's the best way to describe it. But you imagine a bound book with this on the front covers and then these inside. How fabulous will that be? Now, you can get that one by itself for $9.99, $8.99. Yep. $7.99. But you can also buy it with this. Now, this is another cracking die as well. We've bought you quite a lot of rice papers recently with roses on them. This would work beautifully. It's a gathering. You've got 14 elements within that die. And you can see it's Swift, so you'll download the artwork for free. You place your die over the top, tape it in place. There's nothing, don't even risk it. For the sake of a little bit of tape, I say a little bit, use your tape for what it's meant for, not a piddly little bit that might move. Put tape across the die, okay? You can reuse it, so you're not wasting it. But if you want that, oh, good grief, that's ridiculous again, $5.99 for a die that is going to cut you 14 elements and your download worth $12.99. That, my friends, is a deal. If you want a real deal today, Shop Whisper. No, Yeah, oh, I guess that was good. Shot Whisper. Should do that as a game, shouldn't we? What would the code be? Shot Whisper and Shot Mia for me. Both $5.99? Yeah.
Yes.
Both $5.99 for your discount. Why would you not? It's brilliant, that, isn't it? Right, let me just talk to you about what's at the end of this counter as well. Don't forget, how many of these have we got left, Amber?
Oh, gone.
Oh, gone. There you go. Good for you. Brilliant, right? So, how do you fancy stocking up on your stationery? This is brilliant. Now, if you are somebody that likes making your own books and you like making them with the cradle where they're stitched, so proper old-fashioned bookbinding, these could become your signatures inside those books. So instead of having to cut all your paper out, draw your lines on, etc., etc., you could take the covers off and use these as the signatures themselves. But 10 books, 10 blue pens and 10 black pens for $14.99. So one book with a pen, black one and a blue one, will cost you £1.50 before your discount. That's madness, isn't it? But brilliant. So you've got 10 of them. If you buy presents for 10 people at Christmas, that is actually a really nice stocking filler, isn't it? Because you get the pens, and the pens are really nice. And you also get the notebooks. And actually, the quality of the notebooks is nice as well, even though they're a ridiculous price. So I'll just show you the writing on the pen. So it's not a fibre tip. It's not like the fine liners that you get. These will go in your universal pen holder as well for your scan and cut, if that interests you at all. But they write really smoothly. They're lovely. And you can just, I always write in capital letters now because you can't read my normal writing. But it's lovely. They're really nice to write with. And you also get that in the blue as well. So that, for me, again, cracking deal, okay? 10 of the black, 10 of the blue, and 10 notebooks. I think I'm going to get this for our family this year, because you always need a notebook, don't you? I'll tell you what, I live in a house that's got thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of paper. Whenever I need one, there isn't one there. Right, when you're on the phone. Never find a pen, never find a notebook. In fact, I bet I have. Yeah, look, I use that pen in my pocket. It's in my pocket, it's part of my life. All my life is in my pockets. Right, if you want those, my lovelies, it's Shot Writing and it's $14.99. Again, if you bought that bookbinding because you want to make your own journals, remember now then, there's a thing. So, piece of grey board cut into a rectangle, 2 rectangles. Then bind it, put your signature, in fact you could, I'll tell you what you could do, you could cut these in half. Now then, see, right, Amber, how about this? Take these out, cut them in half like that. If you got that trimmer that we had on this morning, at $17.99, which is brilliant. I can't believe we've any left, because it's just brilliant. You can cut that in half, put that in between the 2 pieces of board and decorate them. And then it's a spiral bound, isn't it? So you flip it back and your pen can go in the spiral. Boom! You're welcome. How cool is that? Right? And you can just make little shopping lists and give them for Christmas. But you could get 20 out of this set. So it'd cost you less than £1 per one to make, to get the insides and the pen that goes with it. I think that will be fabulous. And I know how creative you all are, and we're all bringing you loads of downloads at the moment. I think that's a cracker. I think I'm going to do that. Make sure there's one left for me, Amber, will you? Between me and Amanda, I tell you, we keep this place going. We would, wouldn't we? Oh, the amount of money we spend on craft between us. But we love it, right? Don't we? Right, now then, this deal, now I've no idea how much this is. Wow. Okay, this is $14.99 by itself, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So, I love this book. Stephanie decided, so if you don't know the story of Two Red Robins, during lockdown, when we all got locked inside, in fact, I'll read you this because she's written this. Welcome to the world of Two Red Robins, a craft brand that was created, oh, I've got goosebumps, a craft brand that was created in 2019 as a direct result of the pandemic. This notebook, jotter or journal, however you plan to use yours, is designed to give us a moment in time where we look into a different world, reflect on the past and look forward to the future. Our world is full of colourful people. Please be kind and enjoy the rainbow we can create together. Stephanie, isn't that lovely? And then it's got your planner, but what I love about this is it's not for a specific year. Okay, so you can decide when you use it. I absolutely love this journal. You've then got your 2024 and 2025 calendar, but then you get parts of the stories of the little animals and the robins, and it's absolutely delightful. Then you've got your notes, place for your notes in here. Now, when we first did this, I was like, do you know what you could do? You could write your story on this side and story in pictures on this side. I'd love to do that. So you've got loads of Two Red Robins dice and you make up stories as you go along. Why not do it in this? I'll tell you, one day somebody somewhere in your family will go, oh, do you remember what great-great-great-great-grandma wrote this? And it'll be really special. Look how fabulous this is. Right, let me read you a little bit of one of the stories because they make my heart melt. I love them. I think they're absolutely fabulous. She's an incredible storyteller. But I love this. Right, let's read this one. End of the Lane. It's my favourite, well, one of my favourites. Kingsley and Merriweather. Kingsley and Merriweather, the curious geese, have wandered down the lane to where the milkman would collect the milk churns. It was so quiet. No one walking their dog. No children using the lane as a shortcut to get to the bus stop. The blue tits couldn't come and collect their usual cream to feed their young. The lane had never looked so beautiful, covered in thistles and clover, and the ivy had gone wild. The silence was embracing, yet they could still hear the tractor driving up and down the fields and a gentle hum that would normally be drowned out by motorway traffic. It's fabulous, isn't it? I love this. I could sit and read that over and over and over and over again. So you're getting your notebook and your planner. You're then going to get an A5 spiral bound art book. So you can use this for your art journaling, you can practice your colouring, you can use your pencils in here. This is a really good, it's almost like a cartridge paper, so it's good for graphite. So you're going to get that included as well. So basically you're not paying for that. And then this always makes me smile because it just reminds me of my dad. Always used a mechanical pencil. So you've got 4 in here, 0.3 lead width, 0.5, 0.7 and 0.9. You also have an eraser in the top of each one of those pencils, and you get a spare eraser for each one of those pencils, and then you get a little packet of leads. This takes me back to Saturday morning in Seed and Gabbets in Blackburn, when we used to go in there every Saturday with my dad and have a look, see what they had in new in stationery. You're going to get 30 of each width of the leads. If you're on Stephanie's painting journey, or if you're doing your pyrography, anything where you're using the graphite paper, these are brilliant because they're super fine. So you're going to get a really nice finish with those. So all of that, $14.99. This for me is when you start stocking up on for Christmas. Do you know what I mean? That especially, you know, get yourself some grey board, bookbinder, cut those in half. You've got 20 notebooks there, each with a pen. Maybe you make and sell. Amber, maybe you make and sell. Take the cover off this, cut it in half, punch it with your bookbinding, decorate the fronts, personalise it if you want to, handmade by sticker with a pen. Now, you'll be able to make 20 of them, and it's £15, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Brilliant, thanks Amber. It'll cost you, it was just 75 pence to make each one with a pen. If you sold those at $2.99, making a good profit there, aren't you? Well, let's say $3.99, in fact $4.99 I think. And you could put a magnet on the back and then it can go in the fridge. There you are. Did that, right? I'm going to do that. Right, Whisper is this one. 15% of it is now allocated. You are going to get the lovely gathering die. Well, it's a Swift die, isn't it? But you've got different sizes. I love it when we do Swift because it's one pass. The boring bit of die cutting is die cutting, although I have to say I quite enjoy a day of just die cutting because you can switch your head off, can't you? But you get them in 2 different sizes as well and in the reverse. But these papers are lovely. I'll tell you what it reminds me, Edwardian Country Diary. Remember that? Edwardian Country Diary, and it was beautiful. It was all this kind of very soft, very feminine florals with the roses and the peonies in there. But I also love these vintage papers. They're going to be really, 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 really useful for you, aren't they? They're fantastic, and there's nothing to stop you printing these off and then printing other paper on other designs on top of that print, because you just put it back through your printer, don't you? So if you want that vintage paper look, you know, the one that we sell normally, you can make it yourself, right? It's good, isn't it? And you get the die. Now, this by itself is £7.99. Pay £5.99 and get the die and that for £2 less than you would pay just for the download. It makes sense, doesn't it, really? Right, shall we come and have a look at some Cadence Rise papers? Bit special, these, aren't they? Now, Cadence, if you don't know, first of all, where have you been? Because Cadence is, well, in my humble opinion, the best, the best paste, let's think about how I'm going to word this, the best mixed media brand ever, because they are alchemists. They know what they're doing, they do what they love, and they love doing it. And they do everything in-house, from the printing of the labels to the making of the bottles and the lids, the manufacturing of the product. Everything's put into those pots. They're based in Istanbul in Turkey, and David and I have been lucky to go out a few times now and visit them, and they are absolutely inspirational, and they're all about education, which is very much what we're about as well. But they will not put a product out until it has been thoroughly tested. And they have a whole team. Vera is the lady that taught David and I last time we went out. She will not pass anything unless it's right. And that's what you need. You need that product developer to then test that product. So Rise papers are fabulous. Now, these are right up David Street as well. So go to your local charity shop, buy yourself an inexpensive frame, use your Cadence paint on it, make it look lovely, and then these can go inside. Now, crackle on top of these makes them look incredibly vintage. They are fantastic for that. Now, you're going to get 7 different Rise papers for £12.49, and these are A3, okay? They are absolutely superb. If you like that vintage look and feel, these are absolutely for you. They're beautiful, aren't they? Just in a frame, as a piece of artwork, they're stunning. And I love the fact that they've got the black backgrounds, because black will make everything else on top of it pop. And that's exactly what you're getting. But these, I mean, they're just stunning. They're the kind of things you'd see in a stately home, aren't they? That's the kind of look and feel that you've got here. Or you could put them onto your wooden trays if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. That's Amanda, Stephanie and Amber when they go out for their afternoon tea. Amber's the one on the chaise longue. Yeah. I can't see Snoop though. He's probably underneath. Is that little? He could get underneath, can he? That one, I know David's used, that's up in our academy. You've got this one here looking very, very, very proper. Those dresses, those crinoline dresses were amazing, but look how they crease. Oh, I couldn't be doing with that. They didn't have steam irons then either, did they? Flipping out, imagine trying to get those out there. It reminds me of, remember when Princess Diana got married in a dress? When she got out of the carriage, and it was just like a rag. Oh, it's creased, wasn't it? Shocking, but you know what? Bless her. Right, looked beautiful anyway, didn't she? Right, you're going to get all of those, 7 of them, 7A3, Shop Rice, £12.49. Please don't tell David, because I think he might have a bit of a moment if you tell him that we're doing that at that price. Right, I'm going to move on to another deal. Now, we don't have a lot of this left, because Stephanie and I brought you this the other day. Now then, look at these brand new backgrounds for Halloween. Now, Stephanie did the show with me, and she said to me, we are doing a little bit of Halloween this year, but we're not doing it full on. So if you just, let's say, right, you're not a Halloween person really, but you get kids that come round and you don't want to turn them away, do you? Because that's just not nice. So get yourself some cellar bags. We actually happen to have them on the show. And print off these and then die cut them with like a label shape die. I'm sure you all have them. It doesn't have to be a label shape, it can be a rectangle if you want it, it's up to you. So you get your cellar bag, fill it with the goodies, print off your shape, fold it in half and then staple it, and that's your topper. And then you add Boo. This is just like, well, he's not because he's not the same breed, but this is like Mr. Bojangles, our dog. Look at his ears. Bo's ears move independently of each other and they go up and down and it flops over like that on the corner. If I took that home, Mick could be like, flipping out, that's Bo. And he's a whippet. And I didn't know this, but whippets like to sleep under the covers. I know, so he has to have a throw on top of the bed that he sleeps in, and he won't go to sleep unless he's underneath it. So when I go in the morning, he's like that, head's like that. You can't see him, all you can see is these ears doing this. Brilliant. Right, now this, $3.99. $3.99 for the die and the brand new artwork. And you're actually getting 3 dies in there. So you're paying £1 for that one, £1 for that one, £1 for that one, and 99p for your backgrounds. Even the pound shop things don't cost £1 anymore, do they? No. There was one of them that was sold the other day to an American firm. Do you know how much it was sold for? £1. I was like, how ironic is that? That's somebody shutting a business down and starting again, if I've ever heard it. £1. I know, it's not funny, but it did make me smile. Right, so all your brand new backgrounds. I love this. That one, but that one could just be autumn. And if you don't want the faces on the pumpkins, just build some little flowers or leaves round there. But I like that a lot. It's like an old house that's still lived in, but you know that there's something going on, don't you? I love it. I think it's absolutely fabulous. And you get the die, all of it, $3.99. I know, I couldn't believe it either. Right, next one, your fuchsia, over the edge. Now, this is a lovely concept that we've been ringing you for quite a long time now. We used to call it split unity when it was tattered lace. So you've got, in fact, I'm going to open this because this die is massive, right? And this is what? $14.99 with a brand new artwork. Right, look at the size of this die. That's massive, look at that. It's lovely, isn't it? This is one of our Flower of the Month stuff, isn't it? Mm-hmm. This is your over the edge. Now then, you'll still be able to get the artwork, but you'll see that the outside edge die, you can still cut it as a matte layer if you want to, but it's split. So, for example, let's think about this. You want this at this side. Oh, be good with this tape. I don't know what kind of tape this is, but right. So let's say this is your piece of card, right? This is your card base. I'm going to do it that way so that you can see what we're doing. You're going to position this. So you fold your card in half. You position this where you want this to be, and then you run it through your die cutting machine, and you'll end up with this line cut into that paper. Okay, then all you do, remember this is going to be smaller, is cut down to there and down to there with a trimmer or your scissors, and this bit will come away. And when that bit comes away, that is the fancy bit that goes over the edge. It's a fabulous concept. So you're getting all of that brand new artwork, which I'll let Sophie scan across for you while I put this die back in place. And it just gives your cards a different look and feel. Now, obviously, we bought you artwork with the Flower of the Month before, but now you've got backgrounds that coordinate with it, which is lovely. And again, notebooks. Journaling is massive. What was I listening to the other day? Oh, Davina McCall has a podcast called Begin Again, and it's very, very good. And she had a couple of people on. She had Mel Robbins, who wrote the Let Them Theory, which is a very good book. And she also then had Professor Stephen Peters, who wrote a book called The Chimp Paradox. And she had both of them on, and it's all about changing how you think about things and changing the feelings and the thoughts and all that kind of stuff. And then the Chimp Paradox talks about the different areas of your brain and how you can learn to control them. It's really clever. But I'm driving along listening. On both of the episodes, she spoke to them about journaling. And she said, is it a good idea as a human being to sit there and write, even if you don't need to think about punctuations, nothing, no spelling, no punctuation, just write your thoughts down. Just get it out of your head. And both of them went, it's one of the best things that you can do because it takes that out of your head. You know you're not going to forget it because you've written it down. And it's brilliant to do. I journal. I do loads and loads of journaling. And sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'll go in, I'll get a big piece of card and I'll write all the words, all the angry words down, and then I'll paint over it and get rid of them. And then paint something lovely on top. So it's really good for that as well. And what's made me say all that is you've got these lovely papers in here too. And if you got the book binding yesterday, you can make your own books, which is really pretty. Right, that's your Over the Edge fuchsia. Are we doing Pictionary?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm going to come round and do Pictionary. This will be funny. Right, have you thought of a word? Yeah, you stay there, Sophie. I'm on my way. Now then, this is where the fun starts, isn't it? Because I can't draw. Go on, let's have a look. What have we got? You ready for this, Sophie? Oh, amber. That's hard.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I reckon
Right.
you can do that.
Sophie.
I think you can.
Right, give me the camera, you do it.
Are you kidding?
No.
Right.
There you are. Now then.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
I have a degree in art.
You do. You have a degree in art.
Yeah,
I didn't know that about you. Oh yeah, you can see. Look at that perspective. Oh yeah, yeah. I want to draw that. That would not have looked like that. Oh, look at that. Oh, get it. Oh, look at that.
There you go.
Yeah, I can see why you passed your degree. That's blinking brilliant, that. So.
I can draw better than that. Just
Well, I should hope so. I don't think you'd have passed your degree with that, love.
I'm still sure I can draw better.
Isn't that brilliant?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that, Sophie. I like that. That got me out of that hole, didn't it? Oh, I'm good at that. Get myself in. Listen, I've got myself into trouble since I was this high. I've learned how to get myself out of it now. You know what I'm like? I am who I am. Take it or leave it. Honestly, the older I get, the less I care about what people think. You the same. I care less. Right. Now then.
What is?
Oh, there's one left. Wow, I'm not surprised. Okay. $17.99 is going to get you all of this brand new artwork, but it doesn't finish there. So it's not just the artwork. Look at these. Now then, you know the stag stencil that we had this morning that sold out in like 4 minutes? We are getting some more back. It's going to be September, but imagine these with that. If you've got a silhouette of a stag, if you've got, it was called Looking Up, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. The one with the moon gazing deer. Imagine these. These are absolutely fantastic, but I also love these too. With that thistle, we also did a thistle stencil the other year, and we did an embossing stencil that went with it. So you're going to get all of those.
Download on that because that is sold out.
Oh, it's gone. So just the download now at $12.99. Right, okay, so if you just want it as the download, you can also have that. I like these too. Now, if you're somebody that likes the idea of scrapbooking but isn't sure where to start, this is a really good place to start because you've got your mats and layers already done for you. So this is Shop Highland and it's $12.99. Those have gone. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that for you either, can I? But yeah, if you got that, well done. Whoever's got it in the basket, I would suggest you check it out because it's not going to hang around. Somebody will come and pinch it off you. Right, now then, seller bags. self-seal cellar bags. You're getting a ton of these in here. Now remember, these are really, I love cellar bags, and I love them for treat bags. I don't necessarily use them for my cards or for storage because I try and be a little bit more environmentally aware, but I do love the fact that you're going to get a lot of these. And for Christmas, so I'll do one with like a tall slim one with a stack of mince pies in. I'll do some with chocolate truffles in. We'll do some with home-baked biscuits, all sorts of different things, and then just make a really nice fancy topper, and that goes in the Christmas stockings. So you're going to get 50 C6, you're going to get 50 DL, you're going to get 50 C5, and you're going to get 50 A4. Is that right? There's no label on this one, Amber. Right, 50 A4. So you're getting 200 cellar bags, and they're a nice quality bag as well. Sometimes you get them and they rip instantly, don't they? If you want those, shop bag $14.99 will get you those. Right, let's have a look at these planners. I like a planner. Diana's and Stephanie both have these on their desks, as does Amanda and David. I need to be a bit more organised, I think. I'm just like, right, Mia, what am I doing? Never. Is that for both of them? Yep. Wow. Okay. Now I'm going to get these because that's amazing, that price. So, daily planner. Date. The days. Quote of the day. Write a quote there. What about a positive affirmation every day? And you could do the whole planner, because by the time you get to the end, you'll have forgotten what you've written on the front, on the first one, won't you? So every day you could have a positive affirmation in there. Now, if you're getting those pens, they're perfect for this. Then you've got any appointments that you need. You get to our age, you've got appointment after appointment, haven't you? Honestly. So that gratitude journal. Oh, Hannah does a gratitude journal. Everything that you're grateful for. Okay, so that's that one. Any notes that you want to make. Today's top 3 priorities. Craft, craft, craft. Or craft, eat, sleep, repeat. That would be a good one, wouldn't it? Things to get done. Yeah, I kind of need that. Oh, that dirty word. Dirty word. Cleaning. Ooh. Purchases and other. Then you've also got what mood you're in, your exercise and health, water intake, what you have for your breakfast, lunch and dinner, and your daily habits and goals. If you're somebody that needs structure in your life, this is going to be brilliant. And it's $5.99 before your discount, but you're not just getting that one, you're getting this one as well. So this is then your daily planner. I definitely need one of these, but I need those pens that rub out. Right, so you've got from 7 a.m. right through to 8 p.m. all the way down there. You've then got your goals, your shopping lists, your meals, and your exercise and health and water. I bought myself a Pilates reformer yesterday. I have a big one that I bought years and years and years ago off QVC, but they do one that folds up now, and it's really lightweight, and I've got one. I was like, I'm having that because I need to do some exercise, and we don't have time to go to a gym.
Trisha said I need a bigger section for the
purchases. Yeah, Trisha said she needs a bigger section for the purchases. You and me both. I tell you, honestly, I love working here. It's brilliant, but it's expensive. Every time I go in that warehouse, I'm like, what have we got in today? What's that in there? What's this in? Amanda's worse. I know, but it's fun, isn't it? And we can't take it with us. I've told Matthew his inheritance is my craft room. You can have the house, that's it. Everything else I'm spending. Right, if you want both of those from the brand of Arteza, decent weight of paper as well. They're probably, I'm going to say probably a 120, something like that. So they're, yeah, good. 2 of those, $5.99, shop plan. Stephanie once said to me, where do you want to be in 5 years' time? I went, alive? Carl went, that's the plan. I don't plan. I just do. Live in the moment. Right, now then, this product you don't see very often. If you fancy having a go at marbling on your plaster walls, then this is the product. So I'm going to start with this set first because you get both different parts. So you're going to get the blue, both all together, all 4 together. Wow. Okay. Surprise! I love a surprise. Right, now then, I'm going to try and read off the back of here because it's really tiny. You know what I need? One of those magnifying glasses, don't I, you see? All right, it's a water-based and acrylic. Oh, hang on, I need to get out the light. Bear with. It is water and acrylic emulsion-based wall and ceiling coating. Oh, gosh. Developed to add a marble look and texture to the interior surfaces. The decorative plaster, this isn't just the label, this is my eyesight, this is bad. The decorative plaster is in paste consistency with a glossy finish, where texture, oh gosh, I can't see that. Anyway, basically what you do is you put it on your walls like this. You know, have you ever seen on social, these guys that go in and plaster these walls and then they make it look like marble? That's what you can do with this. But you know what? It's water-based. I'm going to open one and have a quick sneak, see what it looks like. Don't tell them, I might get in trouble for that. Oh well. Usually am anyway. Let me think. Oh no, that's quite thick. If it's a paste consistency, I wonder if they go through a stencil. I think it would. Has he? You just go and ask him.
Yeah.
We're going to go and ask David, because David's the GNU, isn't he? But, so, I'm making a right ash of this, aren't I? You're going to get your 3 different blues, plus your wax. Now, this Venetian wax allows the paint to move, but I'm thinking, if you use this, you could use this just as paint, couldn't you? Because you're getting a lot in here. It's a paraffin. Oh no, I can't read that side. That's not even English. That's probably why I can't read it. Paraffin emulsion-based odorless wax, especially formulated to be applied on Venetian touch marble textured decorative coating to give a bright marble appearance. It increases the shine of the plaster before your application, and the surface must be completely smooth, dried, and it must be free from dirt and dust. What did he say?
You can do, yeah, but it is meant
for going on your walls.
Yeah,
and then marbling.
And it makes a marbling effect.
Yeah, it does. But you know what? For 20 quid, I'll be using it to paint with. Not gonna lie, it's good, isn't it? I like the colours too. So you're getting your royal blue, your ultramarine, and your light mint, and then the wax. That's a massive pot of wax. Okay, so you could use that as well. I wonder if yeah, I need to do a bit more research on that because I like that product, and I know it's not something that you'd think, oh yeah, I'm going to marble my wall today. But also the other thing you can do is follow Cadence on Instagram, Facebook, go on their website, because their team, and I love that they do this. So Vera, our lovely Vera, who teaches over there, obviously speaks Turkish. She speaks some English, but it's not fluent. But there's another lady called Uslam who is the interpreter, and they're both delightful. And Vera will show you, demonstrate for you, and talk about the product, and then Uslam will interpret it for you. So it's a really good thing. I follow them on Instagram, and there's something on more or less every day, and it's really good. And I bet there'll be a video somewhere with that. But for £20 instead of, is that 57? God, see these numbers. I need to get my glasses tested. I do. I need to go and get my eyes tested when I'm off, because it's shocking. All 4 of them should be £57.96. It's £20.49. I'd be tempted to use those just as a paint. I'm not going to lie. That price, maybe. Right, sanding blocks. Now you'll see David using sanding blocks to take the excess of the rice paper away. Amber, my screen's frozen, love. To take the rest of your rice paper away. I use these if I am using MDF, you know, the little pips. Use it for that. Really good if you need to put a key to anything. And I like these because they are soft on the end, so you can hold them like that and it's not uncomfortable. But you've got your front, your top and your bottom, and all 4 sides, or 2 sides if you like. So you're going to get 8 of those sanding blocks. They're quite a firm grit, so they're not a fine grit, but they do the job. And they're brilliant, you know, and it's always worth having things like this. And you can use them wet or dry. So if you are sanding paintwork back, you know, when you sand back gloss because you need a key for the next layer to go on, they're going to be brilliant. Shop Sand, $9.99 for 8 of them, which is brilliant. They can be really expensive, those blocks. I found them in a DIY store the other month and I was like, how much? Are you kidding? I literally said it out loud. The guy on the aisle who was stuck in the shelves looked at me like that. I was like, that? He went, I know. Right, Amber, where do you want me to go back to, my lovely?
To Mia.
Mia. Now, these are a cracking deal. So, shop, right, let's start with Strawberry Meadow.
Yep.
Please. Shop Strawberry will get you these brand new backgrounds as a download, so instant, for $12.99. Now, this isn't something you will hear me say very often. Please don't buy that. Please buy Shop Mia, which means that you will get the 3 dyes, so the little mouse herself, and then the foundation dye, and then the little strawberry, which I think is fantastic. I'd love her on string plastic. She'd be great, wouldn't she? A little charm on a bracelet. You buy that at $5.99 and we'll give you the download worth $12.99 free. If it was the other way around, I get it. Buy the download at $12.99, we'll give you the dye free. How much is that size of dye normally for regular price? So
about $8.99.
$8.99. Okay, there you go, at least. So $5.99 will get you that and that brand new artwork, which is phenomenal value for money in my mind. That's crazy. So you're saving money on the dye and you're getting the download free. Good, aren't we here? We are good, you know. We do our best for you. We always do our best. Sometimes we can't always make everybody happy, but we do try really, really hard. We do try really, really hard. Right, next. Vintage Whispers. This is beautiful. If you love that very soft, very feminine, but slightly shabby chic look, this is glorious. I would use this over and over and over and over again. In fact, I'd be fussy cutting out of these. You can print them on your rice papers, they go on your canvas. You could do them on your printable acetate, that would look lovely. Print it on your vintage papers, or print that vintage paper off and then put it back through your printer with that design on top, and you're making your own, which is fantastic, isn't it? And if you are a scrapbooker, and I'd love to do a whole course with you on scrapbooking, because I know a lot of people go, yeah, I don't see the point. It's brilliant, but it's not about just putting photos in an album. It's about what you learn along the way. But things like this, where they've been folded up with the dried flowers pressed inside, and even this one that looks quite plain with those little leaves of corn, but it's just got that slight, almost like a corrugated look and feel to it. Now this will be $7.99 for the download, but you can get it with the die for $5.99. There are 14 die cuts on that one die for $5.99, and then you won't pay for your download because we'll give you that for free. Worth $7.99. Good, that. Love that. Absolutely love that. What about afternoon tea? Yep. Let's have a look at this one. Now you're getting a lot in here for your money. So first of all, let's have a look at the backgrounds. Brand new. So what we're trying to do is we're calling them revitalising your collection. So if you've already got the afternoon tea, is that what it was called?
It's
Pots of Love. You can just buy this on its own and revitalise that collection. Right? We're trying to think, because we're crafters here, we know that not everybody can buy everything. So we're trying to bring you extra little bits like these, where you can spend a little bit of money but revitalise what you've already got. Because it makes me a little bit sad to think when people buy all this craft stuff, and I'm as bad, I'm terrible. If I have a bag in the cupboard through that other wall, it's about that wide, it's about that deep and about that high, and it is full of inks. Full of inks. Amber, can you just press the remote, love? It's going to go off. I know that television screens, I tell you, I know they drive you crazy. All of those, what was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying. What was I talking about?
About your bag of inks.
Oh, my bag of inks. I hardly use them. Spent a small fortune. I hardly use them. So I'm as bad, but I don't like the idea of people buying stuff and then putting it away in a cupboard and it never seeing the light of day again. So revitalise your collection is brilliant. You're getting all of those dies. Did we say 63? Yeah. 63 dies and your backgrounds. Shop pot, $47.93. Right, my lovelies. Please,
Do we need to pick a winner?
we do need to pick a winner, but please also go over to Snoop. Live, that wasn't me. Live shopping. Veronica Hamilton. What's she winning?
There's a winner there.
Oh no.
Actually, got a winner.
I know, but we haven't got time.
Okay.
200 points.
Yes.
Right, there you go. Go over to liveshopping.vip, please, because Crafty Witches. Orian's in the house with David coming up next. I'll see you at 6. See you then. Bye.